Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is a glorious morning. If you like dumps, if you were shorting, it's definitely a glorious morning. I didn't see that coming, although we probably all could have suspected it was coming. So let's look at a few things. Of course, bitcoinreview.com, we got more for you there. Um, I just put this in the live chat. I'll put it in the live chat right now, actually. And I did post it over at Bitcoin Daily Telegram, and I'll put it over at the Blockchain Education and Trade Genius chat soon in a sec. This is by Glassnode. I have to admit, I have not watched this yet. Bitcoin surveying the 21st January sell-off on-chain market analysis. I think this will actually be rather insightful. I'm looking forward to watching this. I'm going to watch it afterwards. Maybe I should have watched it first, but I got to get rolling this morning, so I'm going to watch it after. Refresh a few things here. All right. We shall see what's going on. All right. How much volume today? 7.9 billion in volume. As you notice, it's been hard to even get it over 3 billion recently. So this is going to be retail volume, 7.9 billion. Is that people buying the dip, or is that people getting wrecked? Here's the thing: market buy orders rose 105%. Big deal. Sell orders rose 163%. So definitely we have, I would say, this is causing a nice radical, excitement in the market, even though it sucks in a way, it's dumping. But still, it's causing some market excitement. It's causing some retail volume to happen. In the last 24 hours, it's risen 129%. So people are doing stuff. Looking at Masari.io, let's see, for its volume, what does it see? For Bitcoin trading volume, it's just seeing, okay, adjusted transaction. Okay, so this is interesting. So it's seeing 22 billion, 22.9 billion, and then also 11.47 billion. So transaction volume 24 hours USD, 22.9 billion. Adjusted transaction volume 24 hours, 11.4 billion. So the adjusted volume hasn't changed. Anyway, I'm not so sure what I think of the Masari.io volume thing, but we'll keep looking at it. I look a little bit closer at that. This I trust a lot more over at cryptometer.io. I do think 8 billion in trading volume last 24 hours makes sense, and you got 105% more buy orders, 163 more sell orders, 105% more buy orders, 163% more sell orders, and volume change has risen 129.6%. So definitely, and this is probably retail volume mostly we're seeing here on this, and that is exciting because it just shows that something's happening. Masari.io seems to be, I don't know, a little bit off in La La Land. So with that said, looking at the market in general, the top 100, I think everything is red this morning. I think everything is red in the top 100. Okay. Looking at spot trading volume on Binance, as you can see, the 7-day graph has gone up quite sharply there. We're looking at it's up 105%, coming in at 22.9 billion. So 30 billion is not a bad day. 50 is better. We've been really, really low. So up 105%. The trading volume for spot pairs. Take that as you will. Definitely have more volume going on. Now derivatives. About 75 billion is a good day. We're at 93 billion, up 105%. So definitely people doing their longs and their shorts, their futures and such. So in Coinbase, actually, here the volume is double what it usually is. So 6 billion, it's usually about 3 billion tops. We're seeing more than 100% volume increase across all big exchanges except for Crypto.com exchange, which is a bit of a weird exchange. That's the Crypto.com card. So the fact that it's up at all is just kind of interesting. Anyway, we have a lot of volume. This is wonderful. So it's good to see. Can't really complain. Let's look at this here. Open interest. What do we got? We got 12.7 billion. I think it's about $1 billion down since yesterday. Change over the last 24 hours is 10%. You can see here the BTC USD average 1 hour. That's the price. This is the average open interest. You can see as that price dumped. You can see here there's an hourly chart that price down hard. You can see the open interest also went down quite a bit. probably longs getting their asses handed to them, unfortunately. Now, looking at this crazy thing, and I will put this in the live chat just because I know that some people might have interest. It is a great utility. I find it to be a great way to intuitionally kind of see what the market is doing. Um, what can I tell you? Yeah, a lot of big sells coming in, a lot of pressure to push it down. Anyway, I won't belabor this one. I can't. It's too volatile to really get a feel for right now. But as you can see, definitely we've had some downwards movement. This is a 10-second chart. So you can pull it in, you can just see looking going down. You can see the volume spikes, these big sells coming in. You can see the longs getting wrecked. It's kind of been a good number of hours of basically longs getting wrecked. But as you can see, a little bit of pushback now. Starting to see some shorts get wrecked there. So the people who got a little bit too overzealous with their shorts are starting to lose some money. All right, long versus short sentiment on Binance. Oh, I hope y'all could hear me. I had the microphone up. Well, if you couldn't hear me, that's hopefully you guys could. Long versus short sentiment on Binance, 75 billion. I'm sorry, no. Longs versus short sentiment on Binance for Bitcoin, 75% long, 24% short. Definitely a long bias for Ethereum, 74% long, 25% short. Hope you could hear the earlier part of this. If not, well, I jacked it up. Anyway, not going to do it again. We're live. We go through once, whether it works or not. Definitely a long bias for Bitcoin and Ethereum on Binance. This is interesting. Dollar on the daily chart. DXY. Okay, it's still on the market's even open. They must be open. It's Friday, right? Yeah. So red candle on the market today. DXY was working at a positive MACD cross, dollar strength index. It looks like that tangent's going the wrong way right now. So dollar strength is actually kind of going down at the moment. Let's look at the SPX. Anyone has any requests at all, just ping me in the live chat. If there's anybody actually live watching this morning, ping me in the live chat. I will chart whatever. S&P 500, a couple red days in a row. Today, a pretty good red day. MACD has been negative for a while. We're below the 50 moving average. We're heading towards that 200 moving average. I would say something to definitely watch on the daily is the S&P 500 index. If it goes below the 200 moving average, I think, man, it's friggin' recession time. Looking at the Dow this morning, holy goodness. It was moving up recently. It got above that 314. It challenged the 200 here on the daily. Look at that red candle yesterday, but it was still ranging between the 200 and the 314. Look at the candle today. We're below the 200 and the 314. We're approaching that 50 moving average. And look at that MACD. That tangent's definitely negative. So, oh my God, the Dow is ass hammered today on the daily. Holy goodness. Anything else to look at? Let's look at the Russell 2000. Oh God, yeah. Russell 2000 is just below the 200, the 314, the 50 bad Mac. I mean, it's just. I hope you're a prepper. This shit's getting real. I mean, that's really friggin' awful. I mean, for real. God. All right, looking at Bitcoin versus USDT on the daily. Today, a shitty red candle, and we had that positive MACD rolling, but it just crossed negative. So negative MACD just happened on the daily for Bitcoin. So that's definitely not going to help confidence in Bitcoin right now. It's below the important moving averages, the 50 and the 314, the 200. I could look at a weekly chart. Let me see. Do I actually have a weekly? Nah, screw it. I'm gonna look at the weekly. Just don't feel like it. 25. I'm sorry. Bitcoin versus USDT here on the 45-minute chart. This is rather not too beautiful looking. But what I want to point out though is if you take this is my little bit of hopeful voodoo. So let's go with it. If we take this 45-minute chart here, 45-minute chart. Let's make it nice and big so I can do this. You'll see the point of this in a second. All right, I'm on the fib sequence here. Basically here where we started turning up. Okay, run up to that wick. I'm gonna do like that. All right. It looked for a moment like we were going to get like a .5, retrace here after that run up that we had. I thought, cool, then well, that didn't happen. You may have noticed. And so if we look, one thing about doing this fib sequence on that recent pump, you can see we are making we tried for a second. Well, see, here's the deal. These lower fib levels from that, the lower 1.68, if you look, we pretty much tried to bounce there. We kind of, for a moment, sort of wicked down. It noticed the to the 2618, and it's here now, bouncing on the 618 once again. So anyway, these are all 618 the way it's doing it. But here's the thing. I mean, if a fib sequence sticks, then it's something to note. And it tried to bounce at all these levels, and it did kind of range. It has been ranging between these two 618 lower levels. So basically, I think there's a good case to be made, maybe since we've got a couple hours of sideways here. I think about 10 hours we've been, or more really, we've been hanging out in this, about 11 hours now. We've been hanging out in this fib level between the these two. They call them both 618. Well, the 2618 and the 3618. Okay, we're ranging there, and so it looks like maybe we're finding like that lower 3618 was a bounce point. So we'll see. This is a pretty good plummet. It kind of sucks, but Bitcoin does this. Now look at what the market's doing in general. Bitcoin is not doing. It's not doing anything else that like the Dow and the S&P, etc. isn't really doing. So this is just what's happening. So overall, Bitcoin's not doing that bad, really. Big picture, Bitcoin, the 4-hour chart. If you go back to the 20th of July when I started making this when this fib sequence starts, you can see the golden pocket definitely has played a role in it, the S618 golden pocket. So what have we done basically? In this chart here, we have come down to ultimately, really, where we have had, previous support and resistance in the chart. We have a little bit way back here, but it was a point to notice. So basically, if we check this out, this is the 786 fib level, right around 37,830. So we wick down to there. You can definitely see a lot of sell pressure that we've had. It's kind of too soon to tell. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be an interesting day today, but at least personally, there's a case to be made for what it's worth that we might be seeing a bounce here. I mean, we don't need to. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever, it's fine. But just saying, this I'm not trying to be overly, not trying to be a hopium person here. I just think that, for real, looking at it, I think there's a pretty good case for this. Sorry, I'm moving it around so much, but I think there's a pretty good case to be made for this this fib. Based off the last pump being valid in this, and we're finding a place of traction. Could it go lower? Certainly could. If we break through this, I'll be looking at like 36,770 for the next spot where we might find support. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. There we go. Looking at Ethereum. Ethereum is just, it dumped too early, and it's not doing so well. It wasn't really above the 200 moving average when it did dump. I mean, it had just gotten a break above, but overall these indicators look like it's in a spot to recover. Let's look at a 4-hour for Ethereum versus USDT here. It definitely, the indicators show that it could be time for it to turn up. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're when you're in free fall territory like this, it's better just to pursue other interests than try to trade this. But I got a little tip for you, not financial advice, but definitely something I want to mention that could make this profitable or make it profitable next time it happens. Ethereum versus BTC. You know what? I'm watching this close. Looking at this 45-minute chart, Stochastic RSI shows turn up, which when oscillated by Lazy Bear does. KRI is getting ready to go. Binary candles are not quite in the right spot. Overall, this is still a little bit too risky, but I am watching this with the bottom of the RSI cave here, and we're below the moving average. I am watching Ethereum BTC. This could be a trade. You could get some of those you could get some BTC stats out of this if Ethereum does recover quicker. Not a bad trade, but like I say, not financial advice. We're still in, I don't see a reason to do this trade yet, but I'm watching it. ADA, you know what? It's fighting it. It dumped too. Its indicators are showing kind of a turn up. So ADA is not looking too bad. Ethereum, it's not Ethereum, but ETC versus USDT. I mean, just it's fighting it. It dumped. It dumped. Solana, this is what I'm more interested in right here. Solana versus USDT, as you can see, it dumped. It's starting to get some green candles here on the 45-minute chart. Indicators are not looking that bad. I mean, all the indicators are screwed. I mean, but all indicators are also lagging. So this looks kind of positive. Let's see. Let me actually look at like a 5-minute chart here. What's that look like? Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, if a person was really nuts, like a 5-minute chart, you could watch that 200 moving average break. It is not that far away. That would be around like 125. A Solana, we're down at like 119. That's a bit of a run, but anyway, you could look for a recovery on Solana on the 5-minute candle if you want it. If you were trying to, catch some things that pump back up anyway, but I'm still not feeling that confident with it. 15 minutes, how's that look? Yeah, Solana Jack 2, but starting to put some fight into things. H bar, which is doing quite. Here's the play right here. I have no idea why H bar wicked up there, but if you had your limit order in, you probably made some money. But look at this though. This chart is good. This chart is good. It, even with this dump, H bar here did not. It wicked down, but it did not really get. It did not go below 200 moving average. In fact, it kept the 314. And this is H bar BTC. I was looking at yesterday. Yeah, this thing's been looking strong. And this is unreal that this thing is actually doing so well during this time of great turmoil. So what is H bar? Where can you play this? Binance and Bittrex and KuCoin. So I'm sure you got one of those. If not, get it. This is good. This thing is pushing. This chart is looking good. I mean, squeeze indicator could use a little bit more momentum, but binary candles are good. KRI's in the right spots. Got Scar's eyes turning up. Which oscillator by Lazy Bear is turning up. Directional index is green. ADX is high. This could be a friggin' play. I mean, really. That's the thing about, even when the market is dumping. Okay, if you were in Bitcoin and your portfolio is down right now, all right, it's going to come back up if you have faith in the overall big picture, right? But now is a great time to look for those extra sats you can make on the way up. Like if Ethereum outclimbs Bitcoin, you can make some sats with an ETH, trade versus BTC. H bar here, Hedera Hashcraft. This thing stayed incredibly strong during this dump, and it's beginning to show upwards, momentum right now. So this could be a great way. I mean, if your portfolio is down, or even if it's not, this can be a great time to do some trades against Bitcoin, things that outgain it on the way back up, or just, what I'm saying. Sorry, it's early, but H bar versus BTC. I mean, this thing has been getting ready to go off for a while, and it still did not really dump, and now it's pushing. This, I think I will. It's such an insanely volatile moment right now, but I mean, a trade in H bar right now, it's in the middle of the RSI cave. A trade in H bar with a against BTC with a stop down at about like I'm gonna say 640, like for real, right down, or maybe a little bit lower than that in case you wick, if you want to be brave, like 635 or so. Put that in and just be like, hey, kind of a Hail Mary, go for it, sort of, pass a trade. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I won't belabor it, but this could be a real player today. I'm watching this, man. That, just put a stop in case stuff doesn't work. I mean, just trade, and I'm not telling you what to do, not financial advice. I'm just saying it's a very exciting trade in my opinion. And what else have we got going on here? Let me actually fire up something that I think was valuable. You guys won't be able to see this until I actually dump it over there, I do not think. Here it is. All right. Sorry for the delay. I just wanted to put this in a browser here. This is something that somebody shared over at Bitcoin Daily View chat. 12-month percent change in consumer price index for all urban consumers, selected items not seasonally adjusted. So basically, if we look here, you can see that about this issue we're having, like today's dump, and also which also, as you can see, is in a traditional market. I mean, look at this. The gasoline, up over 40% last 12 months. Used cars, up almost 40%. Energy, up more than 20. I mean, utilities up. Look at that. I mean, so if we look at this thing, no kidding that we're having, the dump that we're seeing here in the market. So big deal, big stuff. This is just something I think worth noting. It was shared over at the Bitcoin Daily View Telegram chat. I definitely think this has value. Now, something I'm going to do now after this, I'm definitely going to watch this Bitcoin survey, the 21 January sell-off on-chain market analysis by Glassnode. This looks really exciting. Let's see what they're seeing. I'm kind of curious what kind of metrics they'll be able to pull out. Other than that, is there anything else worth noting? Let me look at my scanner real quick for anything that maybe is pumping real on the hurry up here. Anything out of the blue, crazy, kind of making a move. SNX. Let's look at SNX versus BTC. You can play that on Binance, KuCoin, even Coinbase, and Bittrex has it. I saw this on my scanner. Oh, look at that. This is exciting. SNX versus BTC had a big 200 moving average break yesterday. It did not give it back. It's holding that 200 moving average. These indicators in general are pretty good. Stochastic RSI is getting into that oversold territory. It's staying above that 200 moving average. So really, this is the thing. One of my goals here in doing this is to keep people from being discouraged, because even when the market's dumping, or even in a bear market, if that's the way it goes with Bitcoin and the crypto market, there's going to be ways to make money every day. So HBAR versus BTC, this could be a sweet trade. Watch it, trade at your own risk and everything. It's an exciting trade, in my opinion, especially with that wick you see there and these upward wicks like that. I like what I'm seeing there. And then an SNX versus BTC, if it can hold that 200, I mean, these indicators are quite good. Let's see if it can hold it. It may start moving up right now. It's not even at the top of its RSI cave. So those are exciting trades right there. Those are worth watching. And something I wanted to mention, what else will help you make money in this bear market, if that's what it ends up being, or even if it's not a bear market, if we just, recover from this and keep on moving, which very well may be the case. Trade Genius and Blockchain Education have helped me make money all the time, regardless of what the market's doing. I will note one thing about Blockchain Education is that they do have automated trading. You watch this little commercial here. Please use my affiliate link if you sign up. If it's down here, use my affiliate link. They have automated trading, or it's called kind of like hybrid trading. And if you had if you had some cash, some Bitcoin or USDT, however you wanted to play it in there, they have different automated trading ways you can play. And one actually is futures. And you could, and I didn't look, but I have no doubt that when the market started dumping, the automated trading was just firing off insane shorts. And if you were in on that, if you had the money in that particular auto trading, one of the options, you probably are like, you're doing just fine right now. And it will put leverage in if you tell it to. So something to check out. And as always, Trade Genius, just a bunch of badasses, definitely the place to be. Telegram, hop on the Bitcoin Daily View Telegram. We're always talking crap in there all the time and posting memes and having fun. So everybody, let's see what happens today. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin, is back where it started yesterday by the end of today. You know how it goes. As always, Every Bitcoin Satoshi you own is the most powerful and optimistic thing you can do in the belief in a positive future for humanity. So thanks for being part of the Peace Store Revolution. Now I'll see you all tomorrow or today if anything really amazing happens in the market. And yeah, and tomorrow we will go over that Glassnode YouTube.